Hi everybody, I made a video recently where I walk around the Tor looking for a magical fairy forest, and it was just literally me walking around and just kind of looking for this forest. And some of you really loved that video. It really surprised me because I wasn't doing very much anything very interesting in particular, and some of you really liked it. There was one comment in particular which really moved me, which was by a lady who mentioned that she doesn't get to go out much by herself. She doesn't get to leave her own house very much, and that this video where I was just walking around and just chatting along, prattling along as I was talking, to her it felt like she was going on a walk. So I love going up the Tor, and I've filmed myself going up the Tor with the camera facing me, so kind of like a selfie video. So I filmed myself walking up it with me in the picture. So this time I'm going to walk up to the Tor, but I'm going to film it just from this perspective, just like the fairy forest video. So it's literally like you're going for a walk, and you can see the nature and the trees and the children running and all of that stuff. And I'm just going to take you to the top. So you're very welcome. I'm just taking my jacket off because, as you can see, it's kind of cloudy, but it is super muggy. It's really warm, and it's really kind of warm, and it's very humid, and it's muggy. So I'm gonna be sweating a little bit, but to avoid the worst of it, I'm going to take my coat off and make sure that I'm ready. So there we go. Okay, I'm all prepared to climb the Tor. So I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're doing well. It's lambing season here, as you can see. So we've got all the sheep there. You can see that they're currently kind of nursing their young there. They've got the lambs everywhere. Really cute. The lambs are adorable. Look at that thing. Oh, the other day when I was here with Alf and Brad, I was just kidding around a little bit and being silly. I really enjoyed having the company of going up to the Tor, so I was just joking around a little bit. I was trying to get close to this lamb to just see it up close and, you know, maybe even get near to it or something. And the mother sheep, obviously, you know, they protect their children, and she kept a very close eye on me, and she kind of walked after us as we left, just to make sure that, you know, everything was in order and there wasn't any risk or anything to her offspring, so that everything was in place. We've got helicopters circling here at the moment. Got this beautiful field with the sheep. That's one of the sacred hills there. The town is there. I'll turn around as we go so you can see each step of the way. Oh, there's the black sheep. I always look for the black sheep. So if you feel like the black sheep, don't you worry, it's natural, it's part of nature. We're all different, and sometimes we're in the minority. So let's do this. Let's go up the hill. Yeah, so I found that so moving that, you know, I don't get to go on a lot of walks, and you doing this really made me feel like I was going outside and saw something different. It just really touched me. So let's do it again. It's a beautiful place as places go. I just went to the Chalice well, and I ran into a German lady there who's here visiting. She's here with a spiritual group. It's a shamanic healing group from Germany, and they've come here because the ley lines are so strong You've got the masculine ley lines and then the feminine ley lines, which she was telling me about. And they're doing work here for a week. And they're staying here for a week just to do this kind of healing work. So for a lot of people, it is seen as a place of pilgrimage, as a place of spiritual healing, which we all know it is. You know, I've told this story millions of times, but I was just at Stonehenge and I was just sitting there doing sightseeing, and I overheard people saying, oh, we're going to Glastonbury next. So I thought, what's Glastonbury? I've never heard of Glastonbury. So I looked it up. It's this magical little town, and I thought, okay, it's not that far from Stonehenge. I'm going back to Manchester anyway, let me stop off at Glastonbury. So I stop off at Glastonbury and I look at things to do in Glastonbury, and it says the Tor, climb the Tor. So I'm doing what I'm doing today. I'm climbing the Tor, and I get to the top and I have the most amazing natural sense of peace and quiet and ease within myself, without meditating, without trying anything special. Just the voice of the land just kind of spoke to me in some way, and it just called me to it, and it just said, you feel comfortable here, this is where you belong. It was just a message. It was just, I didn't have to think about it, I didn't have to process it, make sense of it. It was just there. It was just a message, and yeah, I listened to that. So I don't know what's going on here. There's a police car at the front, so I'll just get past these people in a moment. Yeah, hopefully everyone's okay. I think there's like a kids outing or something. Maybe they couldn't find something. Hopefully everyone's all right. So yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, I did have that moment of peace and contentment, and then oh, hello again.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
And you?
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm just filming this.
All right.
I am going up to the Tor, and I'm just filming it for anyone who might be interested.
I've been round the side of it, not at the top.
Okay. Well, nice to see you. Have a nice day.
And you?
Take care. Bye bye. I went to a drama group last night for the first time. My friend Alf encouraged me to go because she does it. When she did that performance, which I filmed, the in the shadow of the Tor, I went to that, and she goes to it. And she encouraged me to come along, so I did. I went yesterday. I met a load of new people, that person there included. I can't remember the name right now, but I met lots of new people. Oh, look at that adorable little dachshund. I love those little dogs. I love your dog, he's adorable.
It's a she.
It's a she?
Yeah.
She's adorable. So yeah, I'm just like I said before, I'm coming out of my shell. I'm trying different things. I'm meeting new people. And it's just a fun time. So I'm coming out of my shell. I'm also wearing something today which one of you guys sent me, which is this beautiful bracelet which says loved, so thank you so much for that. So after I had that amazing experience of peace and contentment coming to the Tor, I still lived in Manchester for a long time after that, but I visited Glastonbury every couple of months really. I came down if I had time off work as a school teacher, or if I had a long weekend, I would come down to Glastonbury and I would come here and I would experience that sense of peace. And then when things ended, relationship wise in Manchester, I thought, where am I going to go? And I thought, Glastonbury, it's time to go. So I've been here ever since, and I absolutely adore it. I really think I've lived in a lot of places in this country, in England. I love to live in England. because it's a country where that is, as far as I'm concerned, relatively reasonable in their views. They are tolerant, considering, you know, as far, let's, you know, if we're talking in generalizations here, we're talking a tolerant Western culture, and that's the kind of culture that I want to be a part of, an inclusive culture, and where gay people have equal rights. I can get married in this country and visit my partner in hospital if he were to be a hospital, because I would be recognized as his next of kin. So there are huge benefits, but as far as actual specific locations within the country, I think I've nailed it by coming to this place because it's the best. So, first stop at the Tor there, 50% up the hill. You can go, it's fine, no worries, no problem. No problem.
Still a hard climb.
People are so friendly as well. Look at how beautiful. Look this way. It is clear enough that there are very much in the horizon. There are two blocks. There are two big blocks there. That's Hinkley Point. That's a nuclear power plant, and that is by the seaside. So there in the horizon, that is the ocean. And then there, on a very clear day, you can see the bridge leading from England over to Wales. And that's where Wales is, in that direction. We've got Wales, England's smallest city, over here, and we've got Bristol and Bath in that direction. And then we've got Shepton Mallet up there. And we've got, this is kind of obviously the east now, so London's our way. And then if you look down there south, that's where you get to Dorset and where you can get to the beach our way. So it's really located very well. It's 2.5 hours to Heathrow Airport in London. It's an hour from Exeter, an hour from the sea, an hour to Bristol, an hour to Bath. It's really well placed, and because it's in the south, you know, English weather being what it is, but the weather is much better than in Manchester, because in Manchester you've got Liverpool at the coast, and then you've got Manchester further east, and you've got this range of mountains on the east of Manchester, and they catch all these clouds, and that's why Manchester is perpetually in a rain cloud pretty much, because the clouds get caught by those mountains, which are called the, I can't remember what they're called. The Hebrides. So yes, so weather's great and glorious weather, and you're on my walk with me. So it's you, me, and this super active looking family. Wow, remember when you were that age and you had that energy? I remember that. As a kid, when it's like the natural state is to run. We're still doing pretty well now. I think we're all pretty good. I read something today about aging that was wonderful. I mean, this is a stupid thing to talk about, because it's not really something that I would plan on talking about. It's not serious. I'm just waffling in passing while we get to the top. So, what was it that I read? It's like, as the external attributes fade, the internal attributes begin to expand and grow. I'm just trying to hold the microscope so that the wind isn't so bad for you guys, hopefully. It's always windy up here, so hopefully maybe we'll just shut up for a second and walk. So let's walk to Glastonbury Tor. But I do want to show you, because at every different stage it looks different. you know? I don't know, this works for me. I don't know. It's not going to work for everybody, this works for me. I absolutely adore it. My mother lives in the Austrian mountains. She's got huge mountains. She's got the Alps. And those terrify me, those mountains. When I land in Salzburg, and you've got that giant mountain immediately looming over you, it's like, oh, I can't breathe. It's crushing. Whereas this, super flat, and then we've got this one elevated hill. It just works for me. It does it for me. I needed a kind of healing day today. I think I needed a day for myself, a spiritual healing recharge day. I didn't feel very well. I had to have some tests done recently, and I had to drop them off at the thing this morning, and I'm not in my best. So I'm coming up here to just kind of recharge. This is my happy place, you know. This is my happy, restore, charge place. This is where. That's where I live in, that's where I feel so lucky to have out my doorstep. The wind's bad, so I said I was going to be quiet, but I just can't help it. I can never shut up these days anymore. Just become a talking machine. That is my idea of romance. Look at them sitting together in nature. It's as simple as that. That's all. It's beautiful. You know, Jesus, where two or more of you are gathered, there I am. I really believe that. We're human, we're beings of connectivity. 1 + 1. this. If that wasn't long enough, you can just take a screenshot of it and read the rest of it. But it's nice and wind still in here, so you can actually hear what I'm saying. Look how beautiful this is. It's got quite a nasty history though, with them hanging the oven and stuff, so it's not just all love and light, this energy, you know. It's got some history to it. Just put my coat back on. Together, so the boy is over there ready to lift off, and then the kite is over here, and that's where it's taking a while. The young man has become aware of the unwanted attention. That red-headed lady's looking at me, and now she would recognize me, I would hope. We went to school together. It's definitely seen me. I think it's I just want to see it as like a symbol. I want to see it take off. I like symbols in my life, they're meaningful to me. I'm omen. I want to. Come on, kite, fly. The wind's going to be good for something. You guys can't hear me, so let's have a symbol of hope instead. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Their heart isn't really in it. They seem a little bit lukewarm about this project. Let's go. It's like waiting for a parking space in a parking lot, waiting for someone to reverse out. Same principle, just waiting to get things moving. I should be contributing something, you see, instead of story of my life, instead of waiting for other people to do something to give me a symbol of hope. Why am I not generating the symbol of hope? The symbol of hope. I think us being here on this wonderful day in itself is a symbol of hope. But yeah, I think that was a good, don't want to get too heavy all the time. There we go, it's flying, it's up. But that's a good question, you know, when you're in a situation and you're not satisfied. Ask yourself, what are you adding to the situation? Are you bringing witty stories and excitement? What are you adding? There we go. Can I say hi to your dog? Excuse me.
Come. Sit. Sit. Wait. Yeah, you can say that.
Thank you.
Wait.
Hey, Oscar. Hi, Oscar. Thank you. Golden Retriever, is it?
Yes. It is, yeah.
I had a Labrador. They're very affectionate and nice dogs, aren't they?
He's heading for that water.
He's what?
He was heading for the water.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't
He
drink
wants
water.
to lie in it.
Oh no.
And that's why he's like, gotta come away. Because if you don't get him,
He'll go into every puddle and lie down. Good luck. Thank you. My phone's almost out of battery. Starting to rain. It doesn't bother.
I thought it was the Eiffel Tower.
Let's go over here. Look at this. It's so pretty. God, oh my God. To me, there's certain things to me that look just. I find fun. Oh, let's go back to the wind. There we go. I find a lot of divinity in nature. I saw these clouds to me. They remind me of those images in the Sistine Chapel where the angels and God and Jesus and the angels are just coming through from the clouds, and I often feel a sense of spirituality through nature just because I'm a triple earth sign, so I often feel connected to something unseen by being in this just natural environment. And this is the place to be, so if you're like me, it is an amazingly powerful place. It is so, and I know all intuitives and astrologers and all these people, they're always like, oh, it's going to be a powerful week and the energies are going to be very intense and strong. So I'm not using that word lightly, I really mean that. This is a powerful place that is, I'm meant to be here. These years that I'm going to spend here, they have been designed, they are here for me. I'm here for a reason, I know it. I'm in the right place at the right time, I just know it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing in my life right now. So that's it. So we've got lots of exits. So the walk I took in the other video the other day, that was down here. So down there, instead of coming up the hill, I went sideways. That video is called Looking for the Magical Fairy Forest, and I walked through there, and you guys came along with me. And then the Avalon Orchard is down there. Do you see? Oh, and the kite is flying. You see, good things come to those who wait. And if you need a symbol of hope today, that is your symbol, the kite. I could have left by now. I could have gone down the Tor and we wouldn't have seen this. And you're meant to see this. You're meant to see this. Hope. So Avalon Orchard, then then I walked along that side. Do you remember? And then I restarted the video down there when I was on that path. And then when I was on that path, I got to the main road. I took a right to the next junction, climbed the gate, hopped the gate, walked in, and that's where that fairy circle is. The circle where I was sitting, where I made both videos, the Untitled video and the weekly forecast and everything. I'm going to film a lot because it's really out of the wind and it's outside, so you get the best of both worlds. So you can actually hear me, and it's an outside environment, so it's fabulous. And then, yeah, I came back out, I walked up there, then through there, and out there towards the ashram. That's where the ashram is, and then I got back into town. So that was my route last time. There you go. So now you've seen it from the top and from ground level. I do want to show you guys what I look like today, because I have embraced, I look very odd. I'm wearing some Thai fisherman pants, which are new agey to say the least. And I'm wearing my Krishna sort of shirt. I'm wearing a bum bag, or a fanny pack, I think it's called in the States. But a bum bag, that's what we used to call it. And I'm wearing my dad's old jacket, so I'm looking rather quirky today. So I'm going to take the jacket off and show you. Let me, if I can turn this. Oh, I can't turn it around once it's going. So yeah, there you go, that's what I look like today. If you can see that. I'll have a look at what that's like when I come to editing. Probably not good. I'm just trying different things, you know? It's a time for new adventures. I'm having fun exploring. I'm having fun just trying new things. I'm tired of being negative. I'm tired of being me. I'm tired of being this or that. I'm gonna live my life and have as much. I'm gonna have as good a time as possible and live in the day. I'll be grateful for the good stuff and not sweat the small stuff so much anymore. I've decided, you know. I've just decided, it just clicked. Things are different now. I think it's just, I'm growing up, you know. So, I think I'm growing up. So, beautiful. I think the battery's going, but since this is about just taking you on a walk, I'm gonna head back down now. But I'm gonna film for as long as we can. my school days weren't a time of particular honesty for me, or really showing people the real me, which is why I value so much now that I can speak freely, openly. I am reveal. It really it's so liberating. It's so liberating. Yeah, and I think it's great. These kids these days, kids are coming out at school much younger, but there are still many parts of this country, many parts of and I'm only talking about, you know, Western culture, Western countries, because that's where we've made progress. Our culture, I think it's still 70 countries in the world as of today, still 70 something countries where homosexuality is actually illegal it's still illegal as of today. So it's a huge there's a huge way to go. I just think fundamentally certain people have been trained culturally. We've just been trained what a man is and what a woman is, and these people who go with those societal norms are just trained to just not like it. I'm filming this now because I need to come up with a name for this side of the mountain, because this is crow and bunny heaven. Okay, we've got about 3 million rabbits who live here. You can see some now. If you look closely, you'll see some rabbits there. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there. You see, and then we've got loads over here, and we've got some crows. And I need to, guys, come up with a title. Come up with a name for this side of the mountain for me, please. There are a lot of rabbits and bunnies, same thing, and a lot of crows. So caption this. What is this going to be called? Is it Crow Hill? Is it Bunny Mound? Is it Crunny Mountain? What is it? Come up with a cool name for me for the bunny. Battery might cut out any second, so let's just see how far we get. But yeah, I haven't really run up this hill, have I? And you can tell that it takes 20 minutes up, really taking it really slow and calm, taking your time with it, and 20 minutes down. It's the perfect little walk, and you feel restored and nourished by it. I feel nourished by it. So I was called here. I was called to Avalon. Thank God. Thank you, God, for calling me here. You know, I like funny stories, and I don't want things to be so heavy and stuff, but I do want to impart some wisdom, okay? Because I lived in Ashton-under-Lyne, a place I despised, with my ex-partner Keith, because that's where he worked, and I lived with him there because that's what I did for the relationship. And looking back on that, I have decided that I want to live here. I've chosen where I live, and just making that decision and living in a place that I want to live instead of where someone else lives is it's such a fundamental thing, and that has made a huge difference, that I've chosen where to go, and then that I've actually done it. That in itself has built my confidence hugely, and obviously I'm much happier living here. I'm glad I made the right choice. It could have been that I get to Glastonbury and I find out that, initially that feeling was fleeting and it was just once, and this is a terrible place, but no, that hasn't happened. I love it. I love it. I love it here. And also the thing is that you meet so many like-minded people, you know, because there are many people who are, it's not just me who's been called to Avalon, it's many other people who also have heard the call, like-minded people. So I'm actually able to make friends with people who have similar kind of interests. Yeah, the Christmas party last year, I was sitting across from a medium, a psychic healer, a hypnotherapist, someone who channels, psychic artist. It was just so wonderful compared to, you know, the bank Christmas dinners where I was sitting across from the regional area director, and he didn't know what to say to me and could care less, and I could care less about him, and those things were just awful. And now I'm in the right place and I'm making connections with people I want. So if there's any wisdom or advice that I can impart, make it, you know, you do you. If you want to go live somewhere, go live somewhere. You will make friends, you will find a way of providing for yourself, you will be able to do it. And if you felt the drive to go live somewhere, I'm an example of someone who's done that. So see if that's something you want to emulate, or if you think, God, Gregory Scott, his life is the worst, or God, I don't live my life that way, then that's fine too. But I just wanted to share that with you because it's made a huge difference, and I'm very satisfied and happy with myself for choosing to live here. I know this isn't that high, but my ears are just actually popping. So I'm just popping my ears. And look, we've got some blue sky coming out. Hooray! The weather's improving. The weather's improving. So it'd be great if the battery lasts until I'm at the bottom of the hill. Then we've done an up and a down. And you've literally seen it both ways. Hello. That would be fab. Hello. A beautiful oak tree. People, I asked why they tie ribbons on it, and I got an answer and I don't remember. But the person who answered my question was not happy with people tying ribbons around trees, because apparently it's not good for the tree in terms of its own growth. So even that kind of thing is, see, controversial issue. Back with the sheep. So we're back where we started. Got some black sheep here as well. Cute little lambs. Thank you for joining me on this walk. Really, you know, these are just, this is, oh look, they're fighting for, they're both very hungry. I hope they get what they need. Poor little lamb. Yeah, so this is just a walk. This is an earthway sign of healing itself. I needed healing today. I felt like I needed healing. Look at those gorgeous little lambs. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Look how beautiful. They're just resting. So, yeah, I'm an earth sign. This is what nourishes me. This is what makes me feel better. What nourishes you? What makes you feel better? If you're a water sign, it's being around water, it's swimming, it's connecting with spirit, and it's being creative. If you're an air sign, it's getting in touch with ideas and inspiration and communicating and transportation and traveling and discovering new cultures and new places. If you're a fire sign, then it's doing something thrilling, something fun, something where other people are involved, where you're in the spotlight. Maybe something where you're doing a sport, which is a real kick. Maybe it's bungee jumping or paragliding or flying a kite, or, you know, something thrilling and exciting. That's what will comfort fire sign. Leo and Aries or Sagittarius, something new, something fiery, something thrilling. This is just my way of feeling, calming better. So, I just found my mom though, and she's having her dinner. That's little lambs. I'm guilt-free here. I don't eat lamb. I don't like lamb. I don't eat it. Not that often. Sometimes, you know, I don't mean things as seriously as I make them sound. You know, like I certainly, when I see a cow, I'm certainly not racked with guilt because I eat beef. I do eat beef. And I do eat chicken, and so I wouldn't, you know. So if this was filled with chickens and cows, I wouldn't be weeping full of guilt, so I don't want to make it seem that way. Hey, cool, the batteries lasted all the way up and down, so we made it up the Glastonbury Tor and back down the Glastonbury Tor, and you've come with me all the way, so thank you so much for joining me. 47 minutes we did it, and I took my time up there. I talked and I walked around and I chilled, and so yeah, it's not that long a walk. It's really good. So even, yeah, like imagine you lived here, and even if you had a busy day work-wise, you could still always, especially in the summer because the flight's so long, you could probably fit in a walk to the tour most days, as and when you needed some healing. Just going to keep filming until the battery goes, so you see everything. This now is this is the front way up. You can also go up the tour, the back side, that the path I showed you where you get to that fairy ring. So you can go up it several ways. You can also come from it from the other side, from the Avalon Orchard where I was the other day. This is my preferred walk. This is the way I prefer walking up it. And here, where we get to next, is the White Spring and the Chalice well. The White Spring I'll show you. I've probably shown you this already. Probably made this video. Have I did do something with the White Spring. Anyway, so yeah, so we've got the Chalice well there where the green sign is, that wall. That's where it's the red spring, it's the one full of iron. I asked if I could film that earlier, but they said no, I need permission, I'd have to apply, so I don't film in there. But that's on one side of the road, and now here on the other side of the road, if I walk up a little bit, we've got the White Spring, and that leaves a white residue. That's why it's called the White Spring. The red spring is full of iron, it leaves a red residue. That's why it's called the red spring, and it represents the masculine and the feminine. The red spring is the feminine, the white spring is the masculine. And it's just a balance of nature and earth and life. So all of these, you know, natural elements, these primal natural forces are at the very strongest here, and they're expressed in nature. And there are always people around here that are either teaching or learning or talking, or it's like an open forum, it's an open space where people come and congregate. She's Swiss, and she's speaking Swiss German, and she's saying something about the word and what kind of power your words have, and that you need to be conscious of your words. Can you just listen a little bit longer? Manifestation, yes. Manifestiere. She's talking about manifestation. So with the spoken word manifestation. So this is all countries. There's a beautiful man there just stretching. So people come here from all over the world, you see, to to get the spiritual restoration. And I'm gonna have a sip of that water once they've filled up, so people can just fill this up free. And can I have a sip? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello?
So you can't film inside, it's locked anyway today. It's beautiful in there, they have candles and altars, all sorts of things. But it's closed today and you're not allowed to film inside anyway. I took a picture last time and I was told off for filming inside, so it's a sacred holy place and it's not for filming, so. These guys, oh, I think they've closed it specially for this group and they're now gonna go in there and they're gonna do some, like, you know, their work about manifestation, what they're here to learn. And there are always courses and groups which come to Glastonbury to do these kind of things. I could organize like an astrology learning course or a tarot class or an event or something like that, you know. It would be very, I think anyone who would come to visit, just the land in itself is wonderful. And then, you know, you can combine it, obviously because the land is the way it is. And there is that connection with the spiritual, that it lends itself perfectly to teach these kind of things. So that's something that I would maybe consider in future. You know, depending on whether people, how people would feel about that, but yeah, so the options really for the future and the future of my career and my work is endless here, and I'm in the perfect place. And I also think that, you know, I meet like-minded people, so I get to meet good people who will support me on my path. So. Really good.
Yeah, I've already got, my band's on the...
I'm gonna now make up an excuse to talk to the guy without the shirt.
Yeah, I'm on the list.
Great.
Yeah.
What are you going in as? What do you mind by?
What
are you going in as? What do you?
Just wait till people finish their
He'll
conversation.
know you just from Doctor, you mean?
Lifeguard.
Lovely. At the gate, well, I'm
Joshua
gate
means God saves. It's perfect.
Oh, perfect. Have a great day.
You too, buddy. Enjoy your meditation. Thank you. Yeah.
So let's see if we can get closed. Excuse me, do you know if they closed this just for that group?
Yeah.
Is it all day that it's closed?
Yeah, it's closed until 4:30. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's closed now. That's
For
just
the rest of the day?
Yeah. Tomorrow will be open 1:30 to 4:30.
Okay. And they're like, are they like, I heard they were Swiss.
These? Either Swiss or German.
Yeah. Do you know anything about it? The Swiss?
Swiss.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Right.
I know the woman who's the key holder,
Okay.
CEO.
Yeah.
She's Spanish.
All right.
I don't know
And what
anything.
does she teach? Are they doing a workshop or something?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Just private group. Just private group and let in.
Okay.
Is that a South African accent you have?
Yeah.
Oh really? I was born in South Africa.
Oh, were you where?
I was born and raised in a place called Bedfordview,
Okay.
near Senton in Johannesburg.
Pretoria, me.
Oh really? My aunt and uncle from Pretoria.
Do you mind being filmed? I'm filming.
No, that's cool.
So, but you obviously lived in the States then afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Because you now got an American accent.
Yeah. No, I sailed around the world, traveled around the world, and then sort of came back here.
Do you
born
live
as-
here now? Are you visiting?
Yeah, I live here now. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah,
long
when-
have you lived here?
About 3 years now. 3 years. Like when I first came here, I had like memories of like wearing like yeah, I just had like some past life memories come back when I
Oh,
came
wow.
here. So
And what do you do here?
what do I do?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just be myself.
You just live?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Awesome.
Just be myself.
Yeah, good that you can do that. That's great.